A recent study conducted by the University of Illinois found that soy protein actually helped lower LDL cholesterol levels. And I found it interesting that most of the news media, and also not surprising, most of the news media took a stance on this to where, wow, this is a great thing. And we finally have a food that'll help lower LDL cholesterol levels. And there are probably many doctors that would agree with that way of looking as well. But I see it as kind of the opposite. So for me, the fact that soy protein lowers LDL is just another reason for me not to want to consume soy, whether it's soy protein powder or any other types of soy products. I don't see LDL or heightened or elevated LDL levels as being a good predictor of cardiovascular disease risk. And so it's a little strange that the news media is carrying on as that this is the goal that we should have, that we should want to lower our LDL cholesterol levels as much as possible. And the reason why I say this is that there have been a number of studies conducted and that look at people who have heart attacks, people who die of heart attacks, and people who are hospitalized for heart attacks. And many of these studies find that about 50% or half of people who have heart attacks have normal, quote unquote, normal to low LDL levels and total cholesterol levels. So if LDL and total cholesterol were indicative or relevant to or connected to cardiovascular disease risk, we wouldn't see half of people who've had heart attacks have quote unquote normal to low LDL numbers, whereas the other half having higher LDL numbers. There would be far more, there would be a majority of heart attack victims would be in the high LDL cholesterol range. So studies by UCLA, Minneapolis Heart Institute Foundation, and others have shown this. And the UCLA also, they did a study and found that close to 75% of people who were hospitalized for heart attacks had normal LDL and total cholesterol levels. So I don't think that the media should be encouraging people and trying to convince people to lower our LDL cholesterol levels as much as possible. Again, like I said, I don't see LDL and total cholesterol as being connected or relevant to heart disease risk. What's relevant to heart disease risk is overall metabolic health, of which there are 5 main categories or indicators of metabolic health. 2 of them happen to be lipids, but those are HDL and triglycerides. So you want high HDL, low triglycerides. You also want healthy, low blood pressure. You want stable, low blood glucose levels, insulin levels, and a decent waist circumference size. So basically, you don't want to be overweight or obese. If all those things are good, you're in good metabolic health, and therefore your risk of heart disease or a heart attack is pretty low. And it's interesting that there have also been a number of large-scale studies done in North America, in Europe, which all show an inverse relationship between LDL and total cholesterol levels and all-cause mortality, meaning that the lower your LDL and total cholesterol levels, the greater your chances of dying from any cause, from any reason, and vice versa. The higher your total and LDL cholesterol levels, the lower your chances of dying from any cause. So, we kind of have to look at these media reports with a grain of salt, and because it does seem like either a lot of people don't really know what they're talking about, or they're trying to confuse us for whatever reason. So if you have any questions about any of this, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any comments, please let me know in the comments below. If you found this to be helpful, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you think that someone else can benefit from this, people, friends, family members, coworkers who think it pertinent and important to keep our LDL and total cholesterol levels as low as possible, go ahead and click the share button and share with them. And go ahead and click subscribe if you'd like to be notified about upcoming videos that I put out on topics of health, fitness, things of that nature.